This is the first fully electric luxury sedan from Mercedes. It's called the EQS. My name is Davis. I've never driven the EQS, and today I'm finally going to get the chance. This is Jim. He's the product manager for the EQS. He's driven it a lot, and I'm going to learn everything I can about it, and then head out to lunch at one of my favorite spots in Atlanta.
This is it. What do you think?
It's so sleek.
Yeah, I think it looks pretty amazing.
Where does this fit in the family of vehicles?
The EQS is our newest member of the S-Class family. It features all of the same luxury, quality, innovations, and safety that one expects from an S-Class.
Sure.
So it really just offers an electric alternative in the family with a completely new design language. Super sleek, super aerodynamic. We have this massive passenger compartment. We really stretched the wheels out and provided this huge space on the inside.
Right.
The A-pillar is brought pretty far forward, so you have more of a cab-forward design. The hood is shorter, but we gave that space back to passengers on the inside.
So Jim, what model are we looking at?
This is the EQS 580 4MATIC. So we'll have two versions of the EQS, the 450 Plus and the 580 4MATIC.
Okay.
One of the ways you can tell this is a 580 is the standard AMG line exterior package. The front has a slightly more aggressive look with some extra chrome bits and those cool aerodynamic vents on the side that help really push the air out on the side of the car.
The unique design language has got to help with aerodynamics.
We tested it in Europe and it got 0.20 as its aerodynamic value, which means it's the most aerodynamic production car in the world.
Well, how's that possible?
It actually all starts at the front of the car.
Okay.
The black panel grille in the front is completely smooth. The hood is aerodynamically shaped. Even the A-pillars, the mirrors, the teardrop shape of the car, all perfectly aerodynamically optimized. We even designed it like a jet plane, thinking about the air going underneath the car.
Right.
So the underbody of the car is completely smooth, which helps out our aerodynamics. As an electric car, our designers also have so much more freedom to really play with the design and create something all new. In the front, we don't have a massive engine block. The batteries and all the powertrain components are basically all on the ground.
So I've got to imagine the air coming through those front vents across those wheels really help with the aerodynamics.
You can see there's a little black ring around the wheel,
right,
and that also helps with aerodynamics to make those wheels extra slippery. And it's not just about the front end aerodynamics. We have to make sure the air leaves the car cleanly also from the back.
Right.
So we have lots of cool elements back here, like the diffuser at the bottom and this lip spoiler at the top that helps give the air that extra kick to just leave perfectly.
I love how the taillights stretch all the way across the trunk.
Yeah, it's one of my favorite design elements.
So cabin space. We talked about how large that is and how comfortable it is for passengers, not having an engine up front. Let's talk about the trunk a little bit. I golf. Right, I want to make sure I can fit golf clubs in there. I've got 2 kids, 2 German Shepherds. How does this help me?
So we have 22 cubic feet of space back there. So lots of space for your stroller, for your golf bags. And with the seats folded flat, you have 63 cubic feet of space, which is almost the same as an E-Class wagon.
Nice. Jim, all the exterior features are awesome. I want to get inside.
Let's do it.
Okay, so I've heard a lot about the Hyperscreen. First time seeing it in person, it's huge.
Hyperscreen is the largest display we've ever placed in a Mercedes-Benz.
I believe it.
56 inches wide of curved Gorilla Glass.
Okay.
So you can see this gentle curve here,
right,
that really just kind of places it just forefront in the dashboard.
What are we talking in terms of size? How big are these displays individually?
So the biggest display is our central OLED display,
okay,
17.7 inches. I have my own display here,
okay,
and you have your own that's also 12.3 inches. Everything you can do in the middle, I can do here.
Okay.
So if we're on a road trip and you ask me to find a restaurant for us to stop for lunch, I can look for it here and send it to your screen. Or if I have my headphones connected, I could listen to a different radio station or different music from you. I have my own experience and so do you.
So you become a true co-pilot.
Exactly.
Nice.
So we are looking at right now what our UX designers are calling the zero layer.
Okay.
Essentially, your navigation map is always at the forefront. So everything that the car thinks you need is brought up as a little tile here.
Okay.
So if you called your spouse every day after work, it'll pop up as a tile with a recommendation to call them at 5 o'clock on your way home from work. Or say you like to get a hot stone massage on your way to work in the morning, that pops up as a tile here as a suggestion.
Can we turn that hot stone massage on now?
Of course.
So Jim, the seats are super comfortable. I noticed that immediately. What is this leather and what all can the seats do?
So these are our Manufacture Napa leather seats. It's a really high quality leather with a really cool diamond design pattern stitch into it. And of course, the super comfortable pillow for you to relax on.
Right, I noticed that right when I got in.
High quality materials everywhere around, so it really meets that S-Class level of expectation.
Right, climate system. I know there's some new features. What can you tell me?
This EQS is equipped with Energizing Air Control Plus,
Okay.
which is a really great 3-stage air filtration system that includes a HEPA filter. On the left of the screen is the air quality on the outside, and on the right of the screen is the air quality on the inside. Any of those allergens or anything that could come inside of the car is completely filtered out, and you can see how well it's working here on the display.
So if you could be the ultimate co-pilot, I'm starving, I need something to eat, let's go grab some lunch.
All right, sounds good.
It's so crazy how quiet it is.
Give it a little bit of power.
Yeah. Yeah, it goes. No lag.
It's instant, and
Yeah.
it almost feels endless.
Is there airmatic suspension on this?
Yeah, airmatic suspension is standard. It feels like a great soft ride, but you can always change it to be a little bit more sporty through Dynamic Select.
Okay. We don't have traditional gears to change in this vehicle. What does Dynamic Select do?
We have Eco, Comfort, Sport, and Individual. All of those change the driving characteristics of the vehicle. So when we place it in Sport, the suspension lowers, your steering feels a little bit more firm, and the accelerator pedal reacts more quickly.
Okay.
So you'll notice that the car feels a little bit more fast.
Okay.
It also changes the sound experience in the car, which adds a little something to that acceleration. In the Comfort mode, it's in a low to moderate level. In the Sport, it's a little bit more pronounced.
So range anxiety, something that everyone thinks about driving an EV. What are we talking about in this new EQS?
The EQS was recently tested on the European WLTP cycle,
Okay.
and our range was 770 kilometers, which is a pretty impressive number. So we're waiting to find out our EPA certified number, which we'll have closer to market launch.
Nice. Wow, I can feel the rear steer.
We have 10-degree rear axle steering standard, which is really great for stability at high speeds, and then also awesome for parking. With the 10-degree rear axle steering, you basically have the turning radius of a car in the compact class. And for a car that's over 17 feet long, that's pretty impressive.
So I see all the charging stations here. I know where to charge based off that.
The EQS has all the charging stations in the area live on the map. So you can tell that, for example, this charger right here is open, available, and something we can use.
Is this feature part of the energy management system?
Yeah, so there's lots of different ways that the EQS can help take you on those long road trips. Navigation with electric intelligence adds in those DC fast charging stops to your road trip. You can control, for example, the climate control system and ask it to be in Eco or Eco Plus mode to conserve a little bit of the battery.
Okay.
You also notice you have some shift paddles on your steering wheel,
Right.
which we're an electric car, so kind of what do you need those for?
Right.
Those actually control your regenerative braking. You have a couple different options. Your first is basically no regenerative braking, it's just completely coasting.
Okay.
You have a very strong regenerative braking option, which kind of feels like the car is coming to a complete stop very quickly. So it's pretty quick and helps bring some of that electricity back to the battery fast.
Okay.
We also have an intelligent recuperation feature, which uses map data, traffic data, topography, and the onboard sensors of the car to figure out exactly how strong the regenerative braking should be, and then it helps bring more power back into the battery that way.
So that can provide a little bit more of a traditional driving experience by paddle shifting and feeling that torque, if you will, slowing you down.
Exactly.
No matter who you are, what you're into, you can't help but ride in this and think, this is really damn impressive. So we're here, hanging out, nice drive down here. We're plugged in, we're charging. How does the payment structure work while we're charging?
So with Mercedes Me Charge, you have access to 60,000 public chargers and 60,000 semi-public chargers. So like here at the grocery store where we plug the car in. All of the payment, finding the chargers, it's all done in the head unit or in the Mercedes Me app.
So once I set everything up on my credit card, on the back end, everything then is taken care of.
Exactly.
Okay.
All you have to do is sign up once with Mercedes Me Charge, and then you can access all of the major public charging networks, and it's all billed and taken care of on one app. So you just got to drive the EQS. What did you think of it?
The performance of the car is great. You know, the linear speed, it's, with it being electric, you touch the throttle and it goes. I think the touch points are amazing. The leather, the seats, they're so comfortable.
What'd you think of that trim?
Trim's amazing. It looks nice, it feels nice. The way the ambient lighting wraps around some of the door trim there is, oh, hold on, but more importantly, lobster quesadilla.
Lobster?
Yeah, go for it. Well, Jim, I can't thank you enough for spending time with me today, showing me around the car, teaching me so much about the vehicle. Very exciting product, so I appreciate your time today.
Yeah, this was fun, and thanks for lunch.
Uh-huh.